More and more people are getting insane. They really engage hardcore time into projection. They'll accuse groups of people or other people of the very thing that they are. It's called projection, and it's a form of psychological impotency. They're psychologically underdeveloped. They suffer from anything, attention deficit disorder. They grew up playing video games. The worst thing of all is they've lived in a bubble. The people are really living in a bubble. You cannot have a debate with them because they're so unintelligent. I'm not going to use the word dumb, just unintelligent. They have no wisdom. Someone who has no wisdom, by the old slang, is a fool. And these people are fools, highly intelligent fools. These people engage in fear-mongering. People that are wanting to control you and others are engaging in fear-mongering. You need to be aware of them. People like that do have to be shunned, but they also have to be watched. Like a little child. They say children should be seen and not heard. So you watch them because they're evil by their very nature. Because intelligent, unwise people, i.e. intelligent fools, are by definition evil. All throughout history, we have seen this. The most evil people have been people that were, everybody said, oh, he's so intelligent. Just think of like the most crazy people that were like, I'm not going to mention his name. The guy was eating people and keeping, other people in his freezer and was like, oh, man, he's so intelligent. He's a straight A student. Everybody thought he was just like a genius. Talking about a highly intelligent, deranged individuals. But all throughout history, the most evil despots, these were intelligent people that were fools. They had no wisdom. A fool is a person, fundamentally from the aspect of metaphysics, is someone that actually violates Mother Nature. And I don't mean it in a crude sense of violating. Almost so, but they go against the natural order of things. They reject it. It's like oil and water. They violate the natural order of the way things are, should be, and should flow. They are, therefore, by definition, a fool. They don't know how the world works. They have other attributes, too. You can spot these people, too. There are markers. Kind of like dogs can sniff out cancer. Dogs have a better rate of cancer detection than many, many cancer tests do. They can literally sniff cancer. And these dogs are trained to sit down when they smell cancer. So you can sniff these people out by markers, not literally sniff them out. These people are deranged, living in their own minds. And I had an encounter with somebody like that. I didn't do anything. They'll have like 20 bumpers. You've seen people like this? They have like 20 bumper stickers on their car. 20, 30. And it's expressing their beliefs. And we're actually going to, and I hate psychology, we're going to go into the psychology of these people. They are, in their own spirit and soul, by means of their agnosis, their ignorance, their foolishness, they are, in their own mind anyway, they are not somebody. They have no self-worth, even if they don't recognize it. They think they're their beliefs, and they put their beliefs on display to everybody. These are the people that have 20, 30 bumper stickers. And if you run into these people, and I bet you have, you see, it's like, he's got 30 bumper stickers on the back of that nice Lexus car. They're completely hateful. They're deranged. They're venomous. These are the people that, when someone is like giving a talk about something, and it can be just something, they stand up and scream, and it's like, let's have a discussion about this. So the speaker might say, let's have a discussion about that. And all they'll do is to speak louder, or they'll whip out a megaphone. They have no mind by which to debate or rationally engage the dialectic of any discussion or any topic. And this is an earmark of their foolishness. They have no wisdom. They really don't. It could grow on them, but these people are so full of hate. They're so full of self-hatred, too. Facts and logic and wisdom don't matter to them. All they do is they'll scream and shout and foam at the mouth like a deranged mad dog. These people are completely empty inside. How dare you be logical and want to discuss facts, logic, and wisdom inside? Oh, it just burns them alive! It's just like, it's like you just lit them ablaze. They're so angry. It's like, no, let's discuss the facts, the logic. Oh, God, they get so angry. These people literally not only spent most of their life in a nutshell, they can't debate anything. They can't engage the dialectic. It's like, let's have a reasonable discussion on this topic. They can't do it. They're psychologically inept at every aspect of any discussion. They literally think their beliefs. And when you say, no, well, that's, I hear what you're saying, but that's not true. Because boom, 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 boom. Oh, they get so angry. They get hate-filled. They'll accuse you of hatred, even though you're speaking in a calm voice like I am right now. They'll accuse you of hatred, but they themselves will start foaming at the mouth and whipping out the megaphone and going crazy, like a mad dog. Once again, it's projection. Above all else, and I can't stress this enough, because history has always borne this out, you should always be afraid of, but fear is a superficial thing. I mean afraid of in a superficial fashion, not literally be afraid, of intelligent fools. The most evil people on earth have always been intelligent or highly intelligent fools. Like so-and-so was eating people. Like, oh yeah, he was a class valedictorian. Everybody says he was the smartest guy. I just don't know what went wrong with him. It's always this case. All of these people that are the most deranged, horrible people, they always talk to, oh yeah, I went to school with him. He was so intelligent. And schools have a lot to blame for this. They teach people to memorize stuff, and that's not intelligence, actually, even. Memorization, i.e. episteme or empirical knowledge, only goes so far, and it doesn't go that far at all. Wisdom is the ability to spontaneously understand something And wisdom also, too, is understanding the flow of nature. You know, you are in tune with nature on many levels, both in understanding how things should be done or not done. It is good to help people grow, but you can't grow anything out of dry earth that has no seeds in it. You know, you can't sprinkle wisdom on the dirt and expect anything to grow. There's no seeds there. That seed would be a desire to understand or come into closer proximity of true understanding of something, and these people don't have that. They are completely empty inside. And they show their emptiness through this external shell of projection. Like they say, they put 20 bumper stickers on their car. They'll have, like, you see people in college, like, they'll have 30 buttons on their backpack telling you everything that they believe in. This is what I believe! I believe in this too! Who cares? Don't really care what you believe, because you are not your beliefs. And they will censor you, they will shout you down, they'll shun you, they'll ban you, and the only thing they achieve in this, from the aspect of a wise person, of which there are not too many wise people out there, is that they will show you who they truly are. One of the great tools of a master detective is not listening so much to what someone says, but listening to what they don't say. This is a type of subsidiary aspect of Baudelarization. I don't know if you know, everybody should look up Baudelarization. Baudelarization was where they circumcised, excuse that word, originally came from puritanical fools that circumcised like the gritty sections of Shakespeare out so that kids could read it. People Baudelarize the things that they don't want you to know. They hide who they are, but they really show you very, very quickly. So when someone is listening to someone truly, you're listening less to what they say than you are the stuff that they're avoiding to say. Absence speaks way, way louder than presence does. When you listen to someone say something, I do this all the time. I'll not listen to what someone says. I'll listen to the stuff that they avoid talking about, refuse. You can see it in what they say. They'll literally dodge these giant potholes in the road of their own psychology when they're talking. It's like, oh, yeah. It becomes, and detectives, really, really good detectives, use that methodology to suss out evildoers and criminals when they're interrogating them. But these people fundamentally, above all else, believe that they are their beliefs. I believe, and that's who I am. It's like, no, you're not your beliefs. That's the number one source for all suffering in the world. Number one. Fundamentally, that dates back to the condition, primordial attribute of agnosis, but that's a matter for another discussion. Then we're discussing metaphysics. But these people think they are their beliefs. They love to engage in projection. They will blame you for the very thing that they are sorely, sorely guilty of. They're extremely predictable. If you have a little bit of wisdom, they're extremely predictable. The world is becoming really, really, really ripe with these people. I mean, really ripe. No one has ever seen in anybody's lifetime a point where the truth is so dodged, like a giant pothole in the road. Everybody in the world, nearly everybody, is dodging so many countless truths. It's like the truth has become evil. You can't dare talk about the truth. How dare you speak the truth? How dare you engage in common sense? How dare you say things that are sensible, wise, and undeniable? And when you speak wisdom, you're talking about nature and the truth of nature. And these people, they hiss and spit at it. And people that literally hiss and spit at the truth or nature, they are by definition, snakes living in the shadow, hissing from the shadows. They are, by nature of their soul and what they cleave to, they are evil. Not to say they're completely hopeless, but a lot of them really are hopeless. That's a sad thing to say. I'm not really a pessimistic person. But when so much of the world is so engaged in evil and hiding the truth, they'll do anything to hide the truth. Like you could, not that I watch the news, oh listen, but I'm really smart. I can read between the lines of what these idiots on the news and these dumb politicians, I can always read between the lines. They do absolutely everything possible to hide the truth, cover the truth, and these people are shadow dwellers. They're literally haters of truth and nature and wisdom. And by nature of what they are, that's not their true nature, but by nature of what they cleave to and surrounded themselves into, I mean, they have to be shunned. You just, you treat them like a hole in the water. They can't ruin your life. Don't let them ruin. Don't get trapped by these evil people who are just like a hole in the water is an old saying about, just this invisible pitfall of misery and vacuity. You cannot get trapped by their little road pits. You have to shun them. You just, you cast them by the wayside. There's a few shops here in town that are really engaging in virtue signaling, and they're just engaging in fear-mongering and misery, and everybody that works there is a woke elitist. I won't give them a single penny ever again. And I've even told them as much. I said, people like me that have common sense, I have told them. I said, people like me that have common sense, we won't, buy anything from you, we will speak nothing but the truth about the evil and the darkness that you cling to. They're engaging in self-destruction, and, good luck to them for that. Anything today can be found cheaper online. I mean, I'm not gonna give a dime or I shun them. One thing I agree with the Amish and the Mennonites, even though I really their belief systems and the craziness about electricity and stuff. Imagine if an Amish person were listening to this, like, yeah, that's never gonna happen, right? Even though I don't really respect 99%. One thing I do respect is their idea, not for what they do it for. They'll like shun people forever for doing something like go into a movie, so I've heard. But their idea of shunning evil, it doesn't exist anymore. And when you shun it, it withers. It's kind of like a garden. You cultivate what is good in a garden, and you don't feed the weeds, and you don't give them any attention. You do the opposite of giving them attention. So you cultivate what is good and right and natural, and that is wisdom. And so these people that are like this in the world, they will be the product of their own ignorances and evil for cleaving to shadows and lies. And you just treat them like weeds. You ignore them, you shun them, you give them nothing that they want. And they want attention and self-justification, and you don't give it to them. I won't give it to them at all. Of course, I don't tell anybody what to do, but that's always the best path to take regarding those people. So, to me, this was an enjoyable video. You may have hated this video, but I enjoyed making it. So, after 6,500 videos plus, once in a while I like to make a video stuff that I want to talk about.